That's it. I've never been here before. I've never seen the SPLC's headquarters, but it looks like Darth Vader's son's apartment, doesn't it? It looks like an evil empire. So, yeah, I think the SPLC started out with noble intentions. We all want bigotry and hatred to be monitored, to be stemmed. Sounds good to me. I'm in. Great. And then what I presume happened is the checks started pouring in. And they went, wow, this fighting hate thing is profitable. I think Morris Dees said originally, let's just cap it at 50 million. And then it went to 100 million. And now I believe it's at 430 million. And that doesn't include the money in the Cayman Islands, which is probably comparable. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of millions into fighting hate. Now, when that is your business plan, you need to expand the net of hatred. It can't just be the KKK. It has to be homophobia. It has to be Islamophobia, transphobia. It has to be Christian conservatives.
InfoWars, tomorrow's news today.
A recent survey by the nonprofit Foundation for Liberty and American Greatness found that 1 out of 5, or 20% of moronic millennials, see the American flag as a sign of intolerance and hatred. If you doubt the accuracy of this survey, I'll show you in a minute or so why it's probably true. 46% of those surveyed disagreed with the statement, America is the greatest country in the world. The Foundation for Liberty and American Greatness founder Nick Adams said that he was totally unprepared for the epidemic of anti-Americanism the survey revealed. I mean, what's next? Are schools going to suspend students for wearing shirts with the American flag on them? Oh, wait, what's this? California students sent home for wearing U.S. flags on Cinco de Mayo? The students did the right thing and sued the school for violating their First Amendment rights, but the Ninth Circuit Court ruled in favor of the school. Here's CNN celebrating the decision. The school was within their right to ban the U.S. flag T-shirts on Cinco de Mayo, a Mexican holiday, if you didn't know, here in America. So many people found it hard to believe that a school in America would ban students from wearing shirts with the American flag on them that even Snopes did an article about it. And they're like, is it true? Yes, it's true. Back in 2016, I interviewed a bunch of random people on the beach boardwalk in a college town here in San Diego, telling them that Congress was getting ready to issue a new American flag because so many people found it offensive, just to see what they would have to say.
The old stars and stripes, a little too offensive, you think?
Yeah, give it a good change, just like other countries.
Okay.
So
after the revolution, a new American flag, you think after the revolution?
Yeah, we might have a better start.
I think that's good. Like as far as like the African American community, I think that's great for us.
You think that's maybe a good idea to be?
I'm always excited for change. I'm always excited for growth. Mm-hmm. If it's something that everybody could agree on, then that'd be fantastic.
So you think it's about time for the new flag? You're excited about it?
Yeah, I mean, the flag changed before, you know what I mean? Like, there's been old flags, everything like that, so eventually, yeah, I think it would be a great idea for a change.
Excited about the new designs for the new flag?
Haven't seen them.
A lot of people are just saying that just any new design would be better just because the stars and stripes still kind of just represent America's kind of racist foundation and path. So I think it's time that they issue a new design for the flag.
Yeah, I think it should be the colors of the rainbow.
That's actually one of the designs is the rainbow, some sort of to just celebrate diversity.
Yeah, right? I agree. Absolutely.
As you can see, even 2.5 years ago when this was recorded, many millennials were uncomfortable with the American flag and wanted a new one for the New World Order. And this was before the social justice warrior madness caused by the liberal pathogen began to really boil over like it has in the last few years. And today we have CNN contributors like Angela Rye, who's literally paid by the network to spew her nonsense on air, who wants all American symbols just torn down.
To me, I don't care if it's a George Washington statue or a Thomas Jefferson statue or a Robert E. Lee statue. They all need to come down. There is a way that we can recognize and appreciate. I'm not.
You're not an American, and you need to get out of our country. Santa Barbara Community College recently banned the Pledge of Allegiance from being given at their meetings after the president of the Board of Trustees said that he didn't like its history and symbolism, and especially the phrase, one nation under God. So this patriotic woman decided to show up at the meeting with her own flag and give the Pledge of Allegiance anyway, and just listen to them try to shout her down.
I would ask anyone who would like to stand with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all right. Point of order, come on.
Nothing triggers them more than saying America's coming back. It's literally an anti-American cult.
Oh, being a patriot's ridiculous now, huh? At this rate, it won't be long now until the Democrat nominee for 2020 adopts no border, no wall, no USA at all as their campaign slogan. No borders, no walls, no USA at all. Make no mistake about it, today's Democrat Party and the liberal media are literally trying to overthrow our republic. And if they succeed, they're not just going to replace the American flag. They're going to replace the American way of life.
Waging war on corruption, crashing the lies and disinformation. It's Gavin McInnes and Ali Alexander in studio with us, and they've got exclusive video. They're about to premiere next segment of their suing the SPLC, what Gavin's done, being in Mobile, Alabama. We've got so much to cover today. Alexandria Cortez's insane Green Deal, then saying she didn't do it. Trump down in Texas, Beto O'Rourke saying walls shouldn't exist anywhere with a big wall, big fence behind him, protecting him with police. We've got Apple now telling news apps what articles they're allowed to have or they'll remove their app. I mean, we have gone into insane overdrive. Ali, it's good to meet you in person.
You too, Alex.
Of course, people can go to AmericanPriority.com. You've been a consultant for Republican campaigns for 11 plus years at the national level, but now you're going public in the last year or so and cutting a large swath around you and certainly waking folks up. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Well, tell us what's coming up in the next hour with you boys.
We are suing the SPLC. We are sick of these tyrants taking over American discourse and deciding who can say what. I want to be one of the first on the front lines to say, this is a line in the sand, we're done with you. And then I want a lot more people coming and fighting these bastards.
That's the same hat that LBJ wore, isn't it?
It sure is. It's literally the same one. That's why it's so old.
My grandfather wore that exact hat. That's what's called a Stetson Roadster.
Yeah. Yep.
Open road or something.
Yep. It goes great with a white suit.
My dad had that after his dad died, and it got lost. He got so upset because it had like motor oil burned holes in the top, and he'd worn it for 30 years.
It's the best. That's
a good hat.
It's one of the things I love about Texas. It's got such a rich, strong history.
Can I try it on?
I love it.
Little lady, I'm going to need to take you over to the hotel room, have a little discussion with you about America. You can trust me more. Sorry, I'm being bad. Go ahead. Sorry, put me in cowboy hats. It has an effect. Sorry.
It's too much history. Although I'm noticing all these Beto stickers everywhere. It's like people leaving their Christmas lights up. You lost. It's over.
What else is going on?
The free speech fight, you guys know here at InfoWars, we're all under attack. We're all under attack. So it's going to take all of us, kind of the barbarians rushing at the gate. So Gavin's lawsuit, what's going on with InfoWars and kind of pioneering this space of independent journalism, that's what my life is dedicated to now. So, we've got to get rid of kind of these never Trumpers, this conservative ink, and we've got to teach them how to win, as the president said when he was running in 2016.
You know what we have to do? We have to protect the left from themselves.
Yeah.
You know the way feminists will get in bed with Sharia-ists like Linda Sarsour and you go, ladies, Sharia, you're a second-class citizen. Get away from that. That's bad for you. And they're like, what's up?
They cut your genitals off.
Throw you off buildings.
I like Linda Sarsour. I want Sharia at the Women's March. And the same with the lefties. I go, totalitarianism, tyranny, fascism, I'm going to do fine. I got money and power. You're going to be the...
By the way, we've got all these new Muslim members of Congress literally tweeting out Jews have hook noses and blow up Israel, and then the SPLC doesn't say a damn thing about them.
Not a damn thing.
We're learning that the DNC's been in bed with Antifa. We've always had Keith Ellison talking about Antifa. All these terrorist groups, both domestic and jihadist. And we go, guys, our version of society, which is the traditional constitutional free speech, First Amendment, Second Amendment, is best for everyone, including you dummies who keep jeopardizing your
By the way,
safety.
I always ask this question. We come back with this video and ask you both. I asked you like 2 years ago, what's peak leftist insanity? There doesn't seem to be a peak.
I thought when that NASCAR guy lost his sponsor because his dad said the N-word in the 80s, I thought, now we're done. Then we see the Catholic schoolboys and we go, okay, that's the craziest it's going to get. And it just keeps going and going and going.
We're going to kill babies after they're born. I won't apologize.
A day after they're born.
We keep them comfortable.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for keeping me comfortable.
Gavin McInnes, Ali Alexander in studio. I'm Alex Jones. Spread the live links. Override the censors. I got to tell you, Gavin, I'm very proud of you suing the SPLC. Win, lose, or draw. You're going to draw attention to the fact that they're a money laundering operation, a criminal group. I'm going to get to that in the next hour. I'm going to reveal some stuff that nobody else other than their organization knows here. But defendgavin.com is for your defense. They've deplatformed you where you can't even exist, where you can't live. They're trying to do it to me. We had a lot of tricks up our sleeves, but I'll give the enemy the report. They have exhausted a lot of those. So we just lean on the audience who are awesome at InfoWarsStore.com and to spread the word of mouth. But and, of course, you've also got Ali here with you with Culture.com. That's CULTTTURE.
3 T's.
3Ts.com. And at Twitter, Ali, what an amazing... Did you get that on Twitter the first day Twitter came out?
No, I didn't. Honest to God, there was a 2-week window where you could get inactive counts, and it was during 2008 or 9. So I'd already been on the platform in June 2007.
And I should add, you got hit by false reporting when a guy said, I'm going to kill you. And you said, well, bring the ambulance.
Bring it. I'm a Texan. I was like, come to my house and I'm going to put you in the ground and I'm going to call the police. I told him what I would do. I'm the son of a lawyer. I know my rights and I'm armed. And, I got some Twitter middle management person decided to kick me off the platform. And, they're playing these PSYOP games, Turn Ali against Jack, Huffington Post, ADL, et cetera. So it's interesting.
Did that guy get kicked off for saying that?
No, his is still up. His is still up.
And I love how they... I'm not going to get into that. We'll get into it next hour. There's so much to cover.
Oh, yeah.
This video, exclusive here, Gavin McInnes takes on the Southern Poverty Law Center in their own backyard, and you can narrate if you want. Here it is.
I'm here joined with Gavin McInnes, who today filed a lawsuit.
He told me he was going to come down with a white suit, and I did not believe him.
And Baron Coleman of New York and Alabama will be available for questions. But what's really important for us in this case against the SPLC is that Gavin not shut up. Gavin is a satirist, he's a political commentator, and the SPLC has put him on a hate list to terrorize his family and then to chill the speech of Americans like us. So we want Gavin to tell you what he thinks is going on, and then we'll be available for a Q&A, and we want people to support his lawsuit at defendgavin.com. Defendgavin.com. Gavin McInnes.
That's it. I've never been here before. I've never seen the SPLC's headquarters, but it looks like Darth Vader's son's apartment. Doesn't it? It looks like an evil empire. So, yeah, I think the SPLC started out with noble intentions. We all want bigotry and hatred to be monitored, to be stemmed. Sounds good to me. I'm in. Great. And then what I presume happened is the checks started pouring in. And they went, wow, this fighting hate thing is profitable. I think Morris Dees said originally, let's just cap it at $50 million. And then it went to $100 million. And now I believe it's at $430 million. And that doesn't include the money in the Cayman Islands, which is probably comparable. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of millions into fighting hate. Now, when that is your business plan, you need to expand the net of hatred. It can't just be the KKK. It has to be homophobia. It has to be Islamophobia, transphobia. It has to be Christian conservatives. I don't know why it doesn't include jihadists. For some reason, extremist Islam gets a pass. But outside of that, if we really hone in on Christian conservatives, we could probably expand this hate map.
I kind of like
and make it look like America is a racist
it's a fountain.
hellhole, a dangerous place to be. And you look at their hate map on their site, and there seems to be more hate groups than there are post offices. They're everywhere. And it depicts this picture of America, which is basically the worst of the 1930s coast to coast. They cast this wide net of everyone's a Nazi, and they start destroying lives.
You know, I love the Boss Hog outfit.
Thank you very much. I kind of misshot. I'm a Canadian, and I was in Alabama, and people go, why are you dressed like a Texan? I thought, it's the South. And they go, no. In Alabama, we'd wear, like, Under Armour camo. You look like you're from Dallas. And I went, oh, damn it. I should have had an ATV and a camo.
Well, that's in modern times. Now, what you're wearing from the 50s, 60s, I mean, back to the 30s, that's an Alabama outfit.
Oh, good. So I did nail it. I agree. Nice. Yeah, I love the South. If it wasn't an oven for 7 months a year, I would move here in a heartbeat.
Well, Austin isn't as bad, but Houston is an oven. I mean, Houston's
that
like
humidity.
90% humidity.
Yeah.
You'll be totally clean, take a shower, try to take your wife out or girlfriend out to dinner, and it's 9 at night, man. You open the front door, you're just... Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You know, one thing I wanted to say about that quick speech is, you ever hear this Bill Hicks bit where he says, I don't know if you ever watched CNN for 24 hours, but you just hear, war, famine, disease, death, war, famine, disease, death. And then you walk outside and the birds are chirping and everyone's saying, morning,
it's
neighbor.
Alternate reality.
Yeah, and it's the same with the SPLC. Oh, hate's on the rise. Anti-Semitism on the rise. Hate crimes are on the rise. And then you walk out and there's some old black guy talking to an old white lady going, hi there, Sandra, what's going on with your mother? Oh, she's still not well. And you realize, the SPLC is lying about this country.
Totally.
And they say, oh, there's more racist white power terrorism than there is jihadists. And you go, let me just sit in an armchair and think about
the
past
statistics
year.
are 99% of it's Islamic terror.
Yeah, like what with Dylan Roof, that mentally ill kid, that was an example of rampant white nationalism.
And then did you know that McVeigh lived at the Elohim City compound that came out in federal documents run by the Southern Poverty Law Center? They were leading the white supremacist group, but what U.S. intelligence, when it's a breakaway criminal group, will do is they will use an outside government, British or German usually. So they had different foreign intelligence agencies. This all came out in federal court. I've had the lawyers on, the families, all of it. It even came out in local newspapers. So they were winding up white supremacists to carry out an attack, and then they thought they were going to do a sting. And then McVeigh didn't want to go ahead with the sting. They even came out in federal court. So the Southern Poverty Law Center, one reason they want me off the air is I exposed the fact the Southern Poverty Law Center was heavily involved in the whole operation of Oklahoma City.
You know what it is? It's entrapment. It's sort of like leaving a bunch of Lamborghinis in Harlem with the keys in them, and then you catch all these thieves and you go, there's a huge car thief problem, and we caught them all. No, you created the problem. This happened in Canada with the Heritage Front. They said, we're going to make an area where we can draw in all the Nazi skinheads. And they'd have conventions and newsletters, and they ended up creating Nazi skinheads where there were none.
Some of my films, police state films, I show like London Guardian, even AP back then would tell the truth. And it was like 94% of German hate crimes committed by German secret police posing as Nazis to get funding. And then I start questioning other things like, oh, no, don't question other events. We don't know what's real. We don't know what is it because of this history of false flags.
Well, this is their entire system, right? The SPLC has its tentacles inside of Silicon Valley, inside of academia, inside of government. They've launched this new program called Change the Terms, in which they say, we'll handle your research. We'll tell you who the bigots are. You just go ban them and kick them off the internet. And that's why Gavin's suit is so important. You know, when his team called me and said, Ollie, we need somebody where, Gavin can concentrate on his work and his speech, but we need somebody rallying the movement. I said, yeah, I'm in. Let's go to Montgomery and let's take it to them. Because it's absolutely important that Gavin be the first of many victims that stand up against the SPLC so that we can take them out of Silicon Valley, away from Twitter, away from Facebook, away from the government. And, they commit violence. They incite violence, right?
Where there was none. I mean, the Steve Scalise shooting was inspired by the SPLC. Family Research Council getting shot at thanks to the SPLC. You got Charles Murray getting attacked, professor hospitalized thanks to the SPLC. They're a hate group. They're generating hate. They're generating death. They're generating...
Well, if you read the WikiLeaks, it says we need to create culture war. And so that's what Hillary's talking about with professors is divide everybody because that's the only hope this ruling corrupt class has. All these big Silicon Valley heads pay almost no taxes. They pay no local taxes. They screw their employees over like Snap Kitchen, just takes their tips, pays them nothing basically. And it's exactly this leftism is camouflage for serious 2.0 robber baron insanity.
Look, this country was built on free speech. This country was built on liberty, and they are taking that away, and they're turning it into worse than a totalitarianism state, because with totalitarianism, you get punished, you get sent away, then you come back and your record's clean. Here, when you get this scarlet letter,
Alex Jones banned for life on Twitter.
Yep.
It's banned for life.
No redemption. No redemption at all.
You can't redeem yourself.
You can't negotiate.
You can apologize. You can go on an apology tour of the country. No, you're that evil Nazi.
Only if you're the Democrat governor.
Right.
He's going to be our moral compass now.
Yeah. Robert Byrd, he can be in the Klan. Hillary's kissing him on the lips. That's fine.
She's at his funeral crying. Yeah. He was a good Grand Dragon. Or was it Wizard? Or Harry Potter
Linda
Wizard.
Sarsour can say that Israel shouldn't exist. Ilhan Omar can talk about how Israel should be abolished. But if anyone knew a Nazi or liked the same sandwich David Duke does, you're dead if you're on the right.
When we come back, I want to get into their next plan for the total takeover, what this censorship war is about, but most importantly, why isn't Trump doing anything? Because here's the deal. I'm getting ready to take the gloves off on Trump. And it's not because they're attacking me and banning me to curry favor with the left. No. This will piss Silicon Valley off. But I'm getting ready to take the gloves off with DJT.
Marked half price off. I remember my friend Sarah, she was like 32 and she still wasn't married, and she goes, I'm half price off. I'm on the sales shelf. Discount bin. I'm in the discount bin. Bargain bin, yeah. And if you call now, you get Jordan Peterson. Oh, clean your room. You'll get Bill Burr. Whoa. Why? Because the sword of Damocles is hanging above. By the way, sword of Damocles, I realized talking about this so much because I have one over my head now. I've been banned from every platform but YouTube, and we know we are seconds away from vanishing. So please bootleg this. Please take this. Please take all my content. I promise you I will not enforce a complaint. But, and I was looking, go look at the hashtag Aquaman. It's all chicks. Chicks have ruined action movies. Ladies, you can't beat up 5 guys. I don't know how many times. You know who can't beat up 5 guys? Conor McGregor. Men cannot beat up 5 guys. Why are...
Tolerance. It's okay to smirk. Please click the big red button to subscribe. It really helps me when you do that. And click the bell to allow notifications so you never miss a new video.
At InfoWars, we're always looking for the very best-selling, highest-rated products that we can then private label and sell. Well, there is a national company who has FDA approval to sell their wound gel that is the strongest out there, and we private label it, and we sell it for $10 less online than they sell it at CVS and Walgreens. We also have another product, also produced by the same company, Immune Gargle. We've been selling a lot of the wound gel and a lot of the Immune Gargle. We're going to go from full price to 40% off on both of these best-selling products right now at InfoWarsLife.com and InfoWarsStore.com. This is a limited time Immune Boost special. Get Super Blue, Silver Immune Gargle, and Super Silver Wound Dressing for 40% off at InfoWarsStore.com. Again, this is a limited time Immune Boost special. Get Super Blue, Silver Immune Gargle, and Super Silver Wound Dressing for 40% off at InfoWarsStore.com.